Hackers don't cause breaches, people do. Hackers just wait for doors to open, and many companies have a lot of open doors. You cannot rely on the bank, you can't rely on the police, you can't rely on the government. You have to be a little smarter and a little wiser business person and consumer today. You know, I was a kid who at 16 my parents divorced and I ran away from home. So I had to get a little creative to survive. I started writing checks and found it very easy to write checks after my money ran out. It was very easy for me to go in places and cash checks. So, you know, I impersonated an airline pilot, I impersonated a doctor in a Georgia hospital, I passed the bar in Louisiana and practiced law there for about a year. When I was 26, the government offered to take me out of prison on the condition I go to work with an agency of the federal government for the remainder of my sentence or until my parole had been completed. I agreed. I have now been at the FBI for 43 years. Hackers don't cause breaches, people do. Hackers just wait for doors to open, and many companies have a lot of open doors, so there's a lot of soft spots in every company. They're looking for weak points. They're either looking in the human being weak side or they're looking in the company's weak points. And if you have weak points and you haven't covered all these doors to keep them closed, they will find the open door and they will get in. But they all think the same no matter what type of crime they're trying to perpetrate, no matter how amateur or how sophisticated. And many companies don't want to invest the money. They have the attitude, this can never happen to me. You have to educate your employees and explain to them that the number one most important job they have is protecting the information that's been entrusted to them by their clients, their customers, their citizens. Whether they're the CEO or they're just a janitor. The truth is there is no perfect system, there is no foolproof system. If you feel that you have a foolproof system, you have failed to take into consideration the creativity of fools. When we look at, for example, phishing emails today, and there are 5,000 of them every day, when we track the ones that money is lost from, and that's about $12 billion a year, we find that the money goes out to more than 155 foreign countries. So certainly crime has become much more global. Consequently, it's much more difficult to go out and arrest those individuals. And this is why I remind people every day that you cannot rely on the bank, you can't rely on the police, you can't rely on the government. You have to be a little smarter and a little wiser business person and consumer today. You have to protect yourself, because once you lose your money, you will never get your money back. I think in the next 2 or 3 years, we will see passwords go away. For years and years, I have said that passwords are for tree houses. You know, passwords were invented in 1964 when I was 16 years old. I hadn't even done any of the things I've done now. And today at 71, we're still using passwords. I mean, I can't imagine any company in the world that you would say to them, would you use a computer made in 1964? Absolutely not. Well, why are we using passwords then invented in 1964? I strongly and have always believed that education is the most powerful tool to fighting crime. So whether I'm educating FBI agents at the academy, and I've trained 2 generations of FBI agents over the past 4 decades, or whether I'm teaching bankers, CEOs, CIFOs, it doesn't matter. Education will always be the answer. So anytime you tell me there's a conference, they're going to have workshops and seminars, and I can go there and learn and hear other people's ideas, that's a great thing. I hope everyone will join me at the Security Insight Summit. There'll be many great speakers giving great information about many areas of technology and how to protect their companies. It will be a great opportunity for everybody to give themselves a better education, be better at their job, be better protecting their customers, as well as protecting their family. I think it'll be a great conference.